Hi guys and welcome back. I hope you're all keeping safe and smashing through those piles of shame during lockdowns and stuff like that. So it's nice to see now we're coming out the other end. And today's video is touching on a tournament that I went to on Sunday down at Southend on Sea. Absolutely great tournament. Stuck to COVID regulations, really tight. It was a great atmosphere, great players, some fantastic armies on the table. Absolutely worth checking out their Facebook page and seeing the aftermath of the tournament. So I didn't win it, but I came 7th, which I was very happy with. 2 wins and a loss, which I was really happy with, because I took my French early war French army, which I might go over with in a separate video. But today's video is looking at a prize that I won for best themed army. So I did contact Warlord Games and to see if it was okay if I could make an unboxing of this, because it is a brand new kit and I am the first person, I've been told, with the kit, because it's up for pre-order, but it hasn't actually been released. So I need to state now that I haven't bought it. I haven't received it off Warlord Games as like an early release or anything like that. I won it as a prize at a tournament, and it is the new plastic JAGTIGER kit. As soon as I won this, I was absolutely buzzing, because as soon as I seen this was released, I was like, I gotta get a plastic JAGTIGER. It's one of the big cats that's on my list that I want, just because I got a boat action tank collection. So if you've seen my tank videos before, I usually just a little unboxing. I put it together, and then we had a little chat then about the tank in history, and then we touch on what it's like in game as well. So Warlord Games does do a resin kit of this, and that is a really nice resin model. It's well worth picking up. I love resin personally. It's a little bit more fiddly, and you've got to work on and stuff, and you've got to clean stuff off and wash it and stuff like that. But personally, resin tanks for me, I really like. But this kit, I have opened it, but I put it all back nice. It is really nice. It is really nice. It is an absolute monster as well. So very nice box. It's a big box. As you can see, I can just about fit it in the camera. So we're just gonna crack on. So you got your usual stuff in here. Have a look. So, there it is, look. So let's have a look. We'll just move this up there so you can get a nice little view of the kit itself. So we're going to thank this time Mirella, thank you very much. Transfers, the card. These cards are great. Early mid. This is late war, obviously. Gives you the point values. It gives it the specs, or the rules, I should say. So they are lovely. These are really great. I got quite a selection of these now, and they really do come in handy. Just to put them on the side of the table during the game, especially if you've got a few different tanks. And it's a really nice reference just to quickly pick up. And you get smoke markers, standard. The rule book. That I love that color scheme. I'm probably gonna, I don't know, I'm torn between that and the 3-tone camo. That looks absolutely epic, and that looks absolutely epic. So I'm gonna have to decide now which color scheme to go for. These are painted absolutely fantastic, so impressive. What I've noticed about this as well, it gives a bit of a on the front of these here, it gives you some real life sort of what it was. So 6-man crew, a top speed, range as in fuel tank, what I was armoured with, the armour. So if you want to know a bit of the history, there's a little bit of a spread there as well with some history on it, which is always nice. This, I think, is new, this sort of setup with the sprue and numbers, the actual photo of the sprue, so you can actually see what on the sprue is what number. So we'll see if that is 100% correct when I put it together. So there's a few of them. Rules, simple enough. Typical artillery kit. says there if you want to drill yours to hang the spare tracks on, etc, etc. Yeah, great. So the actual kit itself, look at that thing. It's literally like it's a steel box with a massive gun. So I'm extremely happy with this, winning this. I was a bit taken aback that I actually won Best Themed Army, to be perfectly honest with you. So I thought on the day there was a lot better armies than what I had. So, but I was eternally grateful for winning it. Nice details, really nice kit. This is really nice, really strong. Not too many. There's only 3 sprues of it, so it shouldn't be too bad to put together. I find warlord kits are really nice and simple to put together. So that's that. Big tracks, big tracks, man. It's awesome. So that is what you get when you buy the plastic JAGTIGER. So I'm going to snip these off. I'm going to stick them together. I will probably undercoat the tank as well, and then I'll be back, and then we'll have a little chat about what I've done in real life, a bit of history about it. I'm not going to go too mad into it, and then we'll have a look at the rules, and then maybe we'll compare it with some of the other super heavy tanks, which is also available in the German Army's book. So yeah, I'll be back in a second. So I'm back. It took me just under an hour to build. That's waiting for stuff to dry and stuff like that, but I like to give it a chance to dry. It's an absolute brilliant kit. Probably the best plastic warlord kit that I put together, tank wise. I have never had any issues with the tracks, never had any issues with anything. You know, sometimes you get a bit of issue with the tracks not fitting tidy and stuff like that, but no issues at all with this. I have took chunks out there to show a bit of battle damage. I don't like my tanks coming straight out of the box. They look like they just rolled out of the factory and they just had a nice wax. I do like to look a bit roughed up and battle ready. So you will need a hobby drill for this, to the side skirts to drill holes if you want to put a side skirt on. They probably look pretty cool without them on, to be honest with you. But there's little pins that stick in it. If you do live with a pin or guardian, I'd suggest getting them to give you a hand, because these are lethally sharp, very pointy, and when you're holding little bits and drilling, they go through quite quick, and you can get jabbed. Basically, you jab yourself in your hand. I've done it loads of times. Doesn't matter how many times you think you've done it, you always end up slipping and jamming yourself with it. So just to be careful. Yeah, brilliant kit. Really happy with it. I haven't undercoated it yet because some of the glue is still not quite 100% dry, so I'm going to leave it for now. But the gun magnet does move up and down as well, so it's very nice. Very clear instructions, no issues whatsoever from me. So the actual tank itself, in real life, is a pretty big tank. I don't know if anyone's been to Bovington. I've stood next to one of these things in Bovington, and it is like a house. Absolutely unreal how these things can move about. I think it weighs something like 70 tons. 78.4 tons loaded. That is an absolute monster of a tank. They didn't make that many of these, and they were very susceptible to breaking down. Loads of issues with the gun when going over rough terrain. They'd lose zero quite easily, so they fitted these gun holders here to try and keep the gun, when traveling, try and keep the gun in place. The gun itself was a 12.8 centimeter Pak 44 L55. Absolute monster of a gun. Easily take out most allied tanks. 3 kilometers, maybe a bit more. Absolutely ridiculous. You know, you look at the Russian steppes, perfect tank fighting country. This thing just sit there. Obviously, you ain't got a turret, but when things are that far away, you don't have to move that much to get them in your field of vision. So up close and personal, this tank probably would really struggle. And from the air, you know, it had no chance. That's why later models, they stuck a gun on the back to try and give them some defense, especially for infantry and air attacks. So I decided to stick that on. Whether or not that lasts long is another thing, because it is quite thin. But we'll soon see. I decided to stick the commander in as well, because I think it just gives it a bit of a character. So the JAGTIGER was the heaviest armoured vehicle of World War II as well. Like I said, fully loaded, like nearly 79 tons. Man, that's so big. And plus, the engine, really underpowered for the size of the tank as well. So it had a lot of drawbacks, obviously in real life, but it looks cool, and that's all we care about, really. So in boat action itself, it's a pretty mean tank to go up against. It is a little bit, a bit of a downside is the turret. Obviously, if you do get immobilized, then you can pretty easily just ignore this. If you manage to immobilize it, you can just ignore it, because then it cannot move. So its field of fire is a front 45 then, and then that's it. So but damaging is another thing, because it is 11 plus. It's a super heavy tank. It's coming in at 448 points inexperienced and 560 points regular. It comes with a casement mounted forward facing super heavy anti-tank gun and a forward facing hull mounted MMG, so we can pump out some shots. I don't think you can take it veteran. It doesn't say you can, so I'm assuming you can't, which makes sense, I suppose. You don't really have much time to actually train in this. So the 128mm Pak 44 was almost as effective as long range as short range, so it does not suffer the -1 penetration penalty when shooting a target at over half range, and it counts as a full +7 penetration bonus at all ranges. Long range with this on a normal table, you probably struggle to get long range. You know, you're looking at 84 range with a +7 pen. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I will definitely be trying to take this in a game. One of these and a King Tiger. That's probably it, really. So you're gonna get a lot of allied tanks up against you if you're taking big things like this in games. But we have played games of 3,000 points and up, just to bring the toys. So I think it's worth taking, personally. However, they only made 77 of these in real life, so they're quite rare. And if you do want to see it in real life, then Bovington is the place to go, because they have one of these. They got a King Tiger as well, which is also an absolute beast. So thanks for watching. If you haven't pre-ordered one of these, I personally would want to ask why you haven't. Especially if you are a German playing a boat action. These are the things you want in your cabinet. Once this is painted, this will be going next to my Sturm Tiger, my 3 Tiger 1s, and my King Tiger, and I got a Ferdinand on the way and all sorts. So, and it would be nice to see some more of these on the table. So yeah, so get them out, get your big toys on the table, big games. Obviously lockdown and COVID restrictions extend to ease, so it's a good excuse to get these big things out and have a good crack with them. So I hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, you can always leave them in the comments, or you can add me on Facebook, the Welsh Wargamer. Just look for the little dragon with a tin hat on. I'm on Instagram as well. I try and answer your messages if you just want to chat. Also, our club got a Discord. It's a South Wales Warlords Discord. So we got a pretty good following on it now. It's a nice little community coming on. Gone international. United States, there's some people from the United States on here, Belgium, the Netherlands, it's all over the shop. So it's a great little community. It's a bit like chucking photos on, there's terrain rooms and stuff like that. On a Monday we have a paint and a chat, so that's always good. Get a good mix of people in there on a Monday. Our club also does a podcast, it's called Sounds of Battle, which if you want to hear about how our tournament went the weekend, the next episode is on the tournament, so that'll be pretty good. And yeah, other than that, stay safe and happy hobbying.